Chapter 1. A test that shifts everything. I'm hunched over my desk, fighting a wave of nausea that's been my uninvited guest for days. The office hums with the usual chaos. Phones ringing, keyboards clacking, Freddie's voice cutting through it all with some half-baked joke about my hangover face. "You look like you partied too hard, Dale," Freddie says, leaning over the cubicle wall, his coffee mug dangling precariously. "Or, I dunno, maybe you're pregnant." He winks, expecting a laugh. My fingers freeze on the keyboard. The room tilts. A month ago, I had a wild night, too much wine, a stranger's arms, and a minty scent that lingered on my skin for days. One night, one reckless, blurry night. No way it could have. Once. I force a chuckle, muttering, "Yeah, right, Freddie, lay off the rom-coms." But my stomach churns, and not just from the nausea. I grab my phone and book a half-day off. Gotta run an errand. I tell Freddie, avoiding his curious stare. The hospital's sterile smell hits me as I step inside. The doctor, a no-nonsense beta with glasses perched on her nose, hands me the test results. "Congratulations, Dale. You're pregnant." I blink, clutching the paper like it's a bomb. "That's impossible. I can't. How?" She raises an eyebrow. "Your reproductive system's a bit of a mess, I'll be honest. Low fertility, abnormal cavity development. Getting pregnant? A miracle. Whoever the alpha is, they're potent." My face burns. I mumble something incoherent and stumble out. The test results crumpled in my fist. A miracle. A baby. My hand drifts to my stomach, and for a moment, I'm not in the hospital parking lot but back in my childhood, bouncing between my parents' new families, always the odd one out. This kid, this tiny, unexpected life, feels like my first real tether to the world. I decide right there, sitting in my beat-up sedan, that I'm keeping it. I've got savings from years of grinding through college jobs and climbing the corporate ladder. I can do this alone. No alpha needed. Especially not some one-night fling whose face is already fading from my memory. Minty scent, strong arms, and a voice that made my knees weak. That's all I've got left of him. My phone buzzes. It's Freddie. "Yo, Dale, you better not ditch tomorrow. New boss is dropping in. Big shot alpha. Total eye candy, from what I hear." I roll my eyes, typing back, "I'll be there. Chill. A hotshot alpha boss is the last thing I care about. I've got a kid to plan for." The next morning, I drag myself to the office, still queasy but powered by sheer stubbornness. The conference room is packed, everyone buzzing about the new president. Freddie's practically vibrating next to me, whispering, "Heard he's S-tier. Like, scary hot. Focus, Freddie." I mutter, sipping water to keep my stomach in check. The doors swing open, and the room erupts in applause. I look up, and my heart stops. Randy strides in, all sharp suit and sharper eyes, his presence sucking the air out of the room. His gaze sweeps the crowd, and I swear it lingers on me a split second too long. My mind scrambles. It's him, the alpha from that night. The minty scent hits me like a freight train, and I grip my chair to keep from bolting. "Good morning, everyone," Randy says, his voice smooth and commanding. "I'm Randy, your new president. Excited to get to know you all." Freddie nudges me, whispering, "Told you. Hot, right?" I can't answer. My pulse is hammering, and my palms are sweaty. He can't recognize me. The hotel was dark. I left before dawn, and I was just some random Omega. No way he remembers. The meeting drags on, Randy outlining his vision for the company. I keep my head down, pretending to take notes while my mind races. He's my boss now. My kid's father is my boss. I want to crawl under the table and disappear. As the meeting wraps, Randy's voice cuts through the chatter. "Department heads, please stay for a quick follow-up." My stomach drops. That's me. I'm a department head. I consider faking a coughing fit, but Freddie's already shooting me a look like, "Don't you dare." The room clears out, leaving just me and a few other managers. Randy's eyes find mine, and there's a flicker of something. Recognition? Curiosity. I stare at my notepad, willing myself to blend into the furniture. "Dale," he says, and my name in his voice sends a shiver down my spine. "Your team's project. Why's it stalled?" I clear my throat, forcing my voice steady. "Supply chain issues, sir. We're addressing it." I ramble through the details, hyper-aware of his gaze. When I finally look up, he's studying me, a faint smile tugging at his lips. The second we're dismissed, I'm halfway to the door when his voice stops me. Dale, a word. My legs feel like jelly, but I turn back. The other managers file out, and it's just us. Randy leans back in his chair, arms crossed, his minty scent filling the space. We've met before, haven't we? My heart lurches. No, sir. I say too quickly. You must be thinking of someone else. He tilts his head, eyes narrowing. Really? Because I remember an Omega with orange blossom pheromones. Left a bite mark on my shoulder that's still fading. He smirks, tapping his collarbone. Sharp teeth. My face is on fire. I want to deny it, to laugh it off, but my hand instinctively brushes the gland on my neck, where my orange blossom scent is strongest. Sir, I think you're mistaken. I manage, my voice barely above a whisper. Randy leans forward, his tone teasing but pointed. You sure? Because that night you didn't seem like the type to forget. I force a laugh, desperate to escape. It's a common sense, sir. And I don't do that kind of thing. I gesture vaguely, praying he drops it. If that's all, I have work to get to. His smile doesn't waver, but there's a glint in his eyes that says he's not buying it. Sure, Dale. For now. He waves me off and I practically sprint to my desk. Back at my cubicle, Freddie's waiting, eyes wide. What was that about? You two looked like you were about to combust. Nothing? I snap, shoving my notebook into my bag. Just work stuff. Freddie grins. Aha, sure. You're blushing like a tomato, man. I ignore him, my mind racing. I can't quit. I just got promoted, and I need this job to raise my kid. Randy doesn't know about the baby, and he never will. It was one night. He'll forget me. He has to. But as I glance toward his office, where he's already deep in conversation with another manager, that minty scent still lingers in my nose. And I'm not so sure he's the forgetting type. Chapter 2, Knots and Nerves. I'm back at my desk, pretending to focus on spreadsheets while my brain replays Randy's smirk and that damn minty scent. He's just here to climb the corporate ladder, I tell myself. A few months and he'll be gone. No need to panic. My kid and I will be fine without him. Freddie's voice breaks my spiral. Yo, Dale, you coming to the team dinner tonight? New boss is footing the bill. He waggles his eyebrows. Free food, hot alpha. Win-win. I roll my eyes. I'll be there, but only for the food. My stomach's been calmer today, and I'm not about to miss a chance to eat something that doesn't make me gag. The restaurant's packed when I arrive, all dim lights and clinking glasses. Our team's crammed into a corner booth. Freddie already halfway through a beer. Randy's at the head of the table, looking annoyingly good in a tailored blazer, chatting with the sales manager like he owns the place. I slide into a seat as far from him as possible, hoping to blend in. Greg, the alpha from marketing who's had it out for me since my promotion, is already holding court. To our new president, he toasts, raising his glass with a grin that doesn't reach his eyes. Everyone follows suit, and I grab a glass of iced tea, avoiding the wine. Greg notices. What's this, Dale? Too good to drink with us. His tone's light, but there's venom underneath. Or are you just playing hard to get for the boss? The table goes quiet. Freddie coughs into his drink. I grip my glass, forcing a smile. Can't handle liquor like you, Greg. Some of us have work tomorrow. A few people chuckle, but Greg's eyes narrow. Randy glances over, his expression unreadable. Let's keep it friendly, he says, voice calm but firm. Dale's got the right idea. Pacing ourselves. Greg mutters something under his breath but backs off. I exhale, focusing on my plate. The food's good: steak, roasted veggies, nothing too heavy for my finicky stomach. I'm halfway through when a wave of nausea hits. I excuse myself and bolt for the bathroom, barely making it to the sink before I'm dry heaving. When I step out, wiping my mouth, Greg's waiting, leaning against the wall with a smirk. What's with you, Dale? Playing the delicate Omega card to catch Randy's eye. I clench my fists. Back off, Greg. Not everyone's obsessed with climbing the ranks by sucking up. His smirk fades, replaced by a sneer. Oh, please, you Omegas are all the same. Flirt your way to the top, then cry victim. He steps closer, his cedarwood pheromones sharp and aggressive. Bet you've already warmed someone's bed for that promotion. My hand moves before I think, cracking across his face. The slap echoes in the empty hallway. Say that again, I hiss, and I'll make sure HR hears about it. Greg's face twists, red from the hit. He grabs my collar, shoving me back. I stumble, instinctively wrapping an arm around my stomach to protect the baby. My back hits the wall, but before I can fall, a strong arm catches me. Mint. Randy. What the hell's going on? Randy's voice is low, dangerous. He steadies me, his grip firm but gentle, then turns to Greg, who's frozen mid-step. Greg stammers. Sir, he started it, trying to play innocent to get your attention. I scoff, brushing off Randy's arm. He's full of it, just running his mouth. Randy's eyes flick between us, cold as steel. Greg, you're on thin ice. Touch a colleague again and you're out. Clear. Greg nods, face pale, and scurries back to the table. Randy turns to me, his expression softening. You okay, Dale? Fine. I mutter, stepping away from his warmth. That minty scent is doing things to me, easing the nausea in a way that's both comforting and dangerous. Thanks. He doesn't move, his hand still hovering near my arm. Let me give you a ride home. It's late. I shake my head. I'm good. Got a ride coming. No way I'm getting in a car with him, not when his pheromones are making my head fuzzy. Randy raises an eyebrow. You sure? People are still milling around. Wouldn't want rumors starting. I hesitate. Office gossip is the last thing I need. Fine, I say, grudgingly following him to his sleek black SUV. The interior smells like him, mint and leather, and I sink into the seat, the warmth of the car lulling me. My eyes droop, and before I know it, my head's on his shoulder. I jerk awake as the car stops, my face burning. Sorry, I mumble, scooting away. Randy chuckles, low and warm. No need to apologize. You're cute when you're asleep. I glare, ignoring the flutter in my chest. Don't get any ideas, sir. Randy, he corrects, eyes glinting. And who says I've got ideas? Unless you're planning to bite me again. I choke on air, fumbling for the door handle. Good night, Randy. I'm out of the car before he can say more, my heart racing as I rush into my apartment building. Inside, I collapse onto the couch, hand on my stomach. The baby's real now, a faint flutter under my skin. I talk to it softly, like it can hear me. Just you and me, kid. We don't need him. But Randy's scent clings to my clothes, and my nausea's gone for the first time in days. I hate how good that feels. The next morning, I'm buried in emails when Randy's assistant pings me. President wants you on a project trip. Tomorrow. Pack light. My stomach flips, and not from morning sickness. A trip with Randy? Alone? I glance at his office, where he's on a call, looking every bit the untouchable alpha. I can handle this. It's just work. I'll keep my distance, keep my secret, and keep my kids safe. But as I rub my stomach, I'm not sure who I'm trying to convince. Chapter 3. Flickers and fumbles. The airport's a blur of noise and bodies as I trail Randy to our gate, my carry-on bumping against my leg. He's striding ahead, all business in his crisp suit, while I'm fighting the urge to puke on the terminal floor. This project trip, some big deal client meeting, was my baby at work, so I couldn't say no, even if it means 3 days with my one-night stand turn boss. I adjust my scarf, hiding my neck gland, and pray my orange blossom pheromones stay under wraps. We board the plane, and Randy gestures to the seat next to him in business class. Sit, he says, not a question. I hesitate, but the alternative is making a scene, so I slide in, hyper-aware of his minty scent creeping into my space. It's calming my stomach, which is both a relief and a problem. I can't afford to get used to this. Ever been to this client's HQ? Randy asks, flipping through a report. Yeah. I reply, keeping it short. They're tough, but I've handled them before. He nods, eyes flicking to me. Good. You're running point on this. I'm just backup. I blink, surprised. Most alphas would have taken the lead, especially a new boss like him. You sure? Positive. It's your project. His tone's matter of fact, but there's a warmth in his gaze that makes me shift uncomfortably. The meeting's a disaster from the start. The client's CEO, an older alpha with a permanent scowl, barely looks at me when we shake hands. Didn't expect an Omega to lead this, he mutters, loud enough for everyone to hear. My jaw tightens, but I launch into the pitch, laying out the project's timeline and ROI. Halfway through, I excuse myself to the bathroom, nausea hitting like a truck. When I return, the CEO's talking to Randy, ignoring me. Look, we need someone with real authority on this, he says, like I'm not standing right there. Randy's eyes narrow. You must have missed my intro. Dale's our project lead. He's been running this from day one. If you can't work with him, we're done here. He stands, buttoning his jacket. The CEO backpedals, stammering apologies, but Randy's already heading for the door. I scramble to follow, heart pounding. Randy, wait. I hiss as we hit the hallway. We can still salvage this. He stops, turning to me. Not with someone who disrespects my team. Alpha, Beta, Omega, it doesn't matter. You're damn good at your job, Dale. They don't get to treat you like that. I swallow, his words hitting harder than they should. Thanks, I mumble, avoiding his eyes. Just don't want to tank the deal. He smirks. We'll find another client. Plenty of fish. His tone's light, but his gaze lingers, and I'm suddenly too aware of how close we're standing. Back at the hotel, we're in the rental car when Randy's breathing shifts, sharp and uneven. I glance over, alarmed. His knuckles are white on the steering wheel, and his minty pheromones are flooding the car, thick and heady. You okay? I ask, voice tight. Easy period, he grits out. Came early. No suppressant on me. My stomach flips. An alpha in easy period is a walking hormone bomb, and I'm already a mess from pregnancy. My orange blossom scent leaks out before I can stop it, mixing with his mint. His eyes snap to me, pupils blown wide. Dale, he says, voice rough. Your pheromones. They're helping. Can you more? I hesitate, then release a controlled burst, watching him close his eyes and lean back, tension easing. The air's electric, our scents tangling in a way that's too intimate. I'm lightheaded, my body reacting despite my brain screaming to stop. The driver, a beta, pulls over at a pharmacy, tossing a suppressant vial to Randy. He injects it, slumping in relief. Thanks, he mutters, voice hoarse. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. It's fine, I say, cheeks burning. Just don't mention it. He chuckles weakly. Noted. At the hotel, Randy's still shaky, face flushed. He leans on me as we head to his room, his weight warm and solid. At his door, I try to pull away, but he grabs my wrist, tugging me inside. Wait, he says, voice slurring. He yanks off my jacket, hugging it to his chest like a lifeline. I freeze. Nesting behavior? Seriously? Randy, you're out of it, I say, prying my jacket free. He's burning up, forehead scorching under my hand. Fever from the easy period. I sigh, grabbing a damp cloth from the bathroom and wiping his face. He mumbles, half asleep. Dale, you got a boyfriend? Nope, I say, keeping it light. He grins, eyes fluttering shut. Good. Don't want workplace harassment. Just like you. He's out before I can respond, leaving me staring, heart racing. I should leave. Instead, I spot his open suitcase, a neatly folded dress shirt on top. The minty scent strong, perfect for my nausea. I glance at Randy, snoring softly, and swipe the shirt, shoving it in my bag. He's got plenty. He won't notice. Back at the office, Freddie's all over me. So you and Randy, alone for days? Bill, any sparks? I scoff, face hot. We worked, Freddie. That's it. Sure, he says, grinning. You're blushing again. I ignore him, but my phone buzzes with a company group chat. A link to a gossip site pops up. Randy, Esther Alpha, engaged to star Omega? My stomach sinks. There's a photo of Randy with some gorgeous Omega, all smiles. I glance at his office, blinds open, his silhouette sharp against the glass. Engaged. Of course he is. I'm at the hospital for a checkup, my best friend Wade tagging along. He's the only one who knows about the baby, bouncing with excitement as we leave the doctor's office. Boy or girl, you think? He asks, grinning. Dunno, I say, clutching the ultrasound. Healthy's all I care about. We're halfway down the hall when Randy appears, a younger Omega, Zach, at his side. My heart lurches. I shove the ultrasound into my pocket, but Randy's already spotted me. Dale? You okay? Yeah, I lie. Just a physical. He frowns, concern flickering. Hope it's nothing serious. He gestures to the Omega. This is Zach, my cousin. Zach looks confused but nods. Before I can bolt, the doctor rushes out, handing me a bag. Dale, your prenatal meds. Don't overdo it, okay? Pregnancy's tough. Randy's jaw drops. Pregnancy. His eyes dart to Wade, then me. You're married. Panic, nodding. Yup, happily. Gotta go. I grab Wade and drag him away, his protests drowned by my racing pulse. Dude, that's the dad, isn't it? Wade whispers as we hit the parking lot. He's into you. I saw that look. Shut up, I snap. He's engaged. Wade snorts. Sure didn't act like it. I don't answer, clutching Randy's stolen shirt as I drive home. Smells like mint, like safety, but it's a lie. He's got someone else. My kid and I, we're on our own. Chapter 4. Lies unravel, truth bites. Monday morning hits like a freight train. I'm barely settled at my desk, still queasy from breakfast, when I notice the office is quieter than usual. No Randy in sight. His assistant mentions he's out sick, and the group chat's buzzing with theories. Freddie leans over, whispering, bet he's fighting with that star Omega fiancé. Guy looked miserable last week. I shrug, pretending I don't care, but my stomach twists. Randy sick? Or just avoiding me after the hospital run-in? I focus on my reports, but my eyes keep drifting to his empty office, blinds drawn tight. By Thursday, he's back, striding in like a storm cloud. His minty scent hits me from across the room, and I swear it's sharper, edgier. Freddie nudges me. Who pissed off the boss? I'm scared to breathe too loud. I don't answer, burying myself in emails. When I'm called to Randy's office to discuss a project timeline, he's leaning back in his chair, staring at me like I'm a puzzle he can't solve. Dale, he says, voice low, this budget report. Walk me through it. I nod, launching into numbers, but his eyes keep flicking to my stomach. I shift, tugging my jacket tighter. Everything okay, sir? He blinks, like I snapped him out of a trance. Yeah, fine. But his jaw's tight, and he barely looks at the papers I slide over. I escape as fast as I can, heart pounding. After work, I'm in the parking garage, fumbling with my keys, when Randy's voice stops me. Dale, wait. He's leaning against his SUV, arms crossed, looking like he hasn't slept in days. We need to talk. I freeze. About what? He steps closer, eyes searching mine. You're really married? With a kid on the way. I swallow, the lie heavy on my tongue. Yeah, married. Happy. The words taste like ash. Randy's face hardens. So that night we had... What was that? A fling before you settled down? My cheeks burn. It was a mistake. I was drunk. The baby's not yours, if that's what you're worried about. His expression darkens like I've slapped him. Not mine, he repeats, voice flat. Right? And your husband, he good to you? Known him forever, I say, dodging. We're solid. Look, Randy, that night was a one-off. Can we just keep it professional? He stares at me, something unreadable in his eyes. Sure, Dale. Professional. He turns away, and I'm left feeling like I've kicked a puppy. I'm home, curled up with Randy's stolen shirt, when my phone pings. It's Randy. Heard your husband's been cozy with another beta lately. Thought you should know. I stare at the screen, heart sinking. Wade did mention a new date his mom set him up with. Did Randy see them together? I text back. Thanks for the heads up. I'll handle it. My fingers shake as I type. This lie's getting harder to juggle. The next day, I'm at the hospital for a checkup, alone this time. I'm waiting for my results when dizziness hits, the room spinning. I stumble toward the exit and the world goes black. When I come to, I'm in a hospital bed, the familiar minty scent wrapping around me. Randy's there, his jacket off, sleeves rolled up. He's arguing with the doctor, who's laying into him. You're the alpha, right? Pregnant omegas need their partner's pheromones, not neglect. Step up. Randy nods, looking guilty. I understand, Doc. Won't happen again. I try to sit up, but my head's still fuzzy. Randy, what are you doing here? He turns, relief flooding his face. Visiting a friend. Saw you collapse. You scared the hell out of me. He pulls a chair closer, voice softening. Call me Randy, not sir. We're not in the office. I nod, too tired to argue. His phone buzzes, and he glances at it, face darkening. He shoves it toward me. Your husband's out with someone else. Right now. At a damn concert, holding hands. I blink at the photo, Wade, laughing with some beta. My lie's crumbling, and I'm too exhausted to patch it. It's complicated, I mumble. Randy's eyes narrow. Complicated how? You deserve better than a cheater, Dale. Before I can answer, my phone rings. It's Wade, sounding panicked. Dale, some goons just cornered me and my date, said I'm a married sleaze. I had to tell them I'm single to get them off my back. Dude, that was your alpha, wasn't it? I groan, rubbing my temples. Sorry, Wade. I'll fix it. I hang up, and Randy's staring at me, eyes blazing. Your kid's mine, isn't it? He leans closer, voice urgent. You lied at the hospital. If it wasn't mine, you wouldn't have spun that whole married story. I sighed, defeated. Fine, it's yours. But I'm raising this kid alone, Randy. You don't have to worry. I'll sign whatever you want to keep it separate. His face twists like I've punched him. You think I'd want that? To just walk away? He runs a hand through his hair, exasperated. Dale, I'm not that guy. I don't want you signing anything. I frown, confused. You've got a fiancé. That article. No fiancé. He cuts in, voice sharp. My family tried to set me up, but I shut it down. That night we met, I was blowing off steam after telling them no. I'm single, Dale. My heart skips, but I push it down. Doesn't change anything. This kid's my responsibility. I want a family, my own family. I can do it without you. Randy's jaw clenches, but he doesn't argue. Fine, but you're not doing this alone right now. You're too weak, and the doc said the baby's at risk if you keep pushing like this. He's right, and I hate it. Okay, I mutter. Just get me home. He drives me back, insisting on walking me to my apartment. Inside, he glances around, a faint smile tugging at his lips. Nice place. Smells like oranges. I'm about to respond when his eyes land on the couch, on his stolen shirt, crumpled in plain sight. He smirks. So that's where my shirt went. I freeze, mortified, but he just steps closer, releasing a wave of minty pheromones. My knees wobble and I sink onto the couch. Figured you'd need it, he says, voice low. Keep it. I've got more. He leaves his jacket and tie behind, the minty scent lingering as he heads out. Get some rest, Dale. He calls over his shoulder. We'll talk soon. I clutch his shirt, my head spinning. He knows about the baby and he's not running. That's good, right? But as I curl up, the minty scent easing my nausea, I'm not sure what scares me more, him knowing the truth or the way my heart races when he's near. Chapter 5. Love on the Edge. I'm barely awake when I shuffle to my desk, still clutching a coffee that's doing nothing for my exhaustion. Pregnancy's kicking my ass, and Randy's stolen shirt, now a permanent fixture on my couch, is the only thing keeping my nausea at bay. As I sit, I notice a sleek paper bag on my chair. Inside, a stack of clothes, silk pajamas, a tie, even a damn tank top, all reeking of Randy's minty pheromones. My face burns as I shove them into my bag, praying no one saw. Freddie, of course, has eagle eyes. Who's sending you designer swag? He asks, leaning over with a grin. Spill, Dale. Just a friend. I mutter, zipping my bag shut. Drop it. He winks. Sure. A friend with expensive taste. He sips his latte, smirking. Speaking of, Randy's been all sunshine lately. Bet he made up with his Omega. My stomach twists. What do you mean? Freddie shrugs. Guy's practically whistling. No more death glares at meetings. Total glow up. I glance at Randy's office, blinds open, his silhouette sharp as he types. He said he's single, but Freddie's gossip stings. I shake it off, focusing on work, but my inbox is flooded with delivery confirmations. Prenatal vitamins, a lumbar pillow, freaking seaweed snacks. All from Randy. My phone buzzes with his text. You need these. Dinner tonight, my treat. Doc says you need alpha time for the baby. I sigh, texting back. Fine, thanks. He's being sweet, but it feels like pity. Or obligation. I'm not sure which is worse. At lunch, Freddie's still yapping. Randy's restaurant pick tonight is fancy. You going? Yeah. I say, keeping it casual. Work thing. Work thing my ass. He snickers. You two are vibing. I roll my eyes, but my chest tightens. Vibing? Hardly. He's just doing his duty as the accidental baby daddy. The office erupts in whispers by mid-afternoon. A stunning Omega sweeps in, clutching a bouquet of roses, heading straight for Randy's office. Freddie's practically vibrating. That's the star from the gossip mags. Randy's mystery Omega. My heart sinks. The blinds snap shut, and I'm staring at my screen, vision blurring. My shirt's damp. Great, the pregnancy leaking thing again. It's uncomfortable, humiliating, and now I'm jealous of some Omega who's probably perfect for Randy. I grab my bag and mumble to Freddie, Taking a half day. At home, I'm sprawled on the couch, Randy's shirt pressed to my chest, when the doorbell rings. I open it to find Randy, looking frazzled, his tie loose. Dale, you okay? Freddie said you bailed. I'm fine. I lie, crossing my arms over my soaked shirt. Just needed a break. He steps inside, uninvited, scanning me. You don't look fine. His eyes soften. Look, about that Omega today. I cut him off, voice sharp. I get it, Randy. Your life, your business. I'll keep the baby thing quiet. Don't worry. His face falls like I've slapped him. Dale, you think I'm hiding something? That was Zach, my cousin. He showed up with flowers to mess with me. Some dumb family prank. I sent him packing. I blink, heat creeping up my neck. Your cousin? Yeah. He steps closer, minty scent wrapping around me. I told you I'm single, but you keep shutting me out, and I'm done guessing. He pauses, voice low. Dale, I like you. Not because of the baby. Because of you. My heart stutters. You what? He rubs the back of his neck, almost shy. That night we met, I was a mess, dodging my family's matchmaking. Then I saw you, and it was like, I don't know, like you were the only real thing in the room. When I thought you were married, it gutted me. Finding out the kid's mine, I was thrilled, Dale. I want this. I want us. I stare, words stuck in my throat. He's serious. His eyes are locked on mine, no trace of a lie. My chest aches, and I realize I'm crying. I like you too. I whisper, barely audible. Randy's face lights up, and he steps closer, wiping my tears with his thumb. So, you're home. Can I be part of it? You and the kid. I nod, throat tight, and he pulls me into a hug, his minty scent grounding me. His lips brush my forehead, soft and warm. Then he pulls back, glancing at my shirt. You're leaking. Smells like milk. I groan, mortified, shoving him away. Don't look. He chuckles, sitting on the couch and patting his lap. Come here. I read up on this. I can help. My face is on fire, but the discomfort's unbearable, and his scent's already easing it. I sit, hesitant, and he leans in, lips grazing my collarbone. Relax, he murmurs, and I close my eyes, letting his warmth take over. His hands are gentle, and when he pulls back, smirking, he says, tastes good. I swat his arm, laughing despite myself. You're the worst. Yours now, though, he says, eyes twinkling. We sit there, tangled on the couch, his arm around me. So, we're doing this? I ask, voice small. Yeah, he says, kissing my temple. We're doing this. The next day, I'm back at work, still buzzing from last night. Randy's across the office, shooting me a grin that makes my stomach flip. Freddie's oblivious, ranting about some reality show, but I'm barely listening. My phone buzzes, Randy again. Dinner tonight. Pick you up at 6. Bring my shirt, thief. I smile, typing back. Keep dreaming. For the first time, I'm not scared. The baby kicks, and I rest a hand on my stomach, feeling lighter than I have in years. Randy's not just the father, he's mine. And that's enough for now. Chapter 6. A Family Forged. I'm at my desk, sipping ginger tea to keep the nausea at bay, when Freddie's gasp nearly makes me spill it. Dale, you're glowing, he says, leaning over my cubicle wall with a grin. What's the deal? You're hiding something. I shrug, dodging his stare. Just slept well, Freddie. Lay off. My belly's starting to show, a slight curve under my loose button-up, and I'm paranoid someone's going to notice. Randy and I are official now, but the baby's still my secret. I'm not ready for the office gossip mill to churn. Freddie's about to press when his phone pings. He glances at it, eyes widening. Oh shit, check the group chat. I open my phone, and my blood runs cold. It's a photo of me at the hospital, my last checkup, my pregnant belly obvious in a fitted shirt. The caption, from Greg of all people, guess who's been busy? Wonder whose kid that is. The chat explodes with shocked emojis and question marks. Freddie's already typing furiously. Greg's a dick, he mutters. I'm telling him to take it down. I'm frozen, my hands shaking. Before I can respond, Greg stands at his desk, smirking across the office. So, Dale, single Omega with a bun in the oven? Whose bed did you climb into for that? The room goes silent. My face burns, and I stand, voice steady despite my pounding heart. My kid's not your business, Greg. Back off. He laughs cruel and sharp. Oh, come on. Everyone knows Omegas like you. Enough. Randy's voice cuts through, low and dangerous. He's behind Greg, arms crossed, minty scent rolling off him like a storm. The kid's mine. Dale's my Omega. You got a problem with that? The office is a graveyard. Every eye on us. Greg's face drains of color. Sir, I didn't know. You're fired, Randy says, cold as ice. Pack your shit and go. Greg stammers, but Randy's already turning away, his gaze softening as it lands on me. You okay? I nod, throat tight. Yeah, thanks. He steps closer, voice low. No one talks to you like that. Ever. His hand brushes mine. A quiet promise, and I feel the tension in my chest ease. Freddie's phone blows up with notifications. He cackles, showing me the screen. My CP's real. Dale and Randy. And a baby? I'm screaming. I roll my eyes, but I'm smiling. For once, the gossip feels nice. After work, Randy drives me to a sprawling suburban house, his latest purchase. For us, he says, opening the door to a nursery decked out with a crib, stuffed animals, and a mobile spinning above it. Kids gotta have a good start. I laugh, running my hand over the soft bedding. This is ridiculous. You're spoiling them already. He grins, pulling me close. Spoiling you both. His lips graze my temple, and I lean into him, mint and orange blossom mixing in the air. A week later, I'm waddling around the house, officially moved in, when the doorbell rings. Two older alphas stand there, one with Randy's sharp jawline, the other leaning on a cane. His parents. My stomach drops. Randy! The older one barks as Randy appears. What's this about shacking up with some Omega who's already got a kid? You're throwing away your future. Randy's arm slides around my waist. The kid's mine, Grandpa. Dale's mine. We're getting married. The room goes quiet. His dad's jaw drops. Yours. He looks at me, then my belly, and suddenly he's on the phone, voice giddy. Honey, we're gonna be grandparents. Grandpa grabs my hand, beaming. Didn't mean to scare you, son. Just thought this knucklehead was being reckless. He glares at Randy, who rolls his eyes. I laugh, overwhelmed. It's fine, really. The next few days are a blur of gifts, car seats, a stroller, even a damn yacht voucher from Randy's uncle. I stare at the pile, muttering, this is insane. Randy chuckles, kissing my cheek. Your family now. They go overboard. 2 months later, our son's born. An alpha, tiny and perfect, with Randy's dark eyes. I'm exhausted, cradling him in the hospital, when Randy slips a ring on my finger. Marry me, Dale. For real. I tear up, nodding. Obviously. The wedding's small, just close friends and family, in a garden strung with lights. Freddie's sobbing in the front row, whispering to Wade. I called it. Wade snorts, passing him a tissue. The officiant asks Randy when he fell for me. He looks at me, eyes soft. First glance. Saw him in that bar and it was like the world clicked into place. Every time I see him, it's the same. Always will be. I'm crying now, clutching his hand. Our son's in my arms, cooing softly. The crowd cheers as we kiss, mint and orange blossom blending, grounding me in a way I never thought possible. Later, as we dance under the stars, Randy murmurs, you wanted a home. This is it, right? I nod, resting my head on his chest. Yeah, this is it.